Hey guys, Ronnie here from Cold Blood Creations. Today we're going to do a video about building outdoor Tegu cages. It is the middle of February and springtime's coming very soon, so we want to take some of our animals out of hibernation, and those that enjoy good natural sunlight, we're going to build some outdoor cages placed outside and put those animals in so that they'll be healthy. So you guys come along with us as we build a cage for the Argentine giant black and white Tegus. Alright, so the material that we're going to be using to build our cage, basically very simple, easy to find at any of your big box hardware stores. This is pressure treated 2x4 pine. And you make sure that you get the pressure treated, not the regular pine, because this cage is going to go outside. It's going to be exposed to the elements, the rain, the humidity, the sunshine. And so you want to get pressure treated so it will last. Also, we've got this roll here of hardware cloth. And this is a 3-foot roll by 100 foot. Now, just a little tip that I'll share with you, something that we learned when we started building these cages. At our local big box store, you buy a 25-foot roll and it's going to cost you about $50 for 25 feet. However, we went online, we ordered a 100-foot roll and we only spent $100 for it. So you're going to spend about, if you buy 50 feet, and you're going to need 50 foot of this to build one of these cages. If you go ahead and buy that, it's going to cost you about $100. If you order it online, we found it for $100 for a 100-foot roll. So it's like the next cage you build, you're actually getting that for free. Just a little tip, look for the best prices on it. Also, you're going to need you a good tape measure, like this Stanley tape measure here. And we'll get to building. Now, what you're seeing here on the floor, we've already got this laid out. This is going to be the bottom of our Tegu cage. Now, we did not invent this design. We got this design from the folks over at Underground Reptiles, and we're using their design. We've looked at their cages and we like what we see, so we're actually using the design from Underground Reptiles. This cage is going to be a 6x6, so we're looking at 6 foot this way and 6 foot this way. And so our 3-foot wide wire will cover this cage in 2 sections. We'll do one section here, one section here. And we're going to nail that down. Now, there's a couple of different things you can use. Give me just a second and I'll show you what you can use to fasten your wire to your 2x4 frame. Alright, so a couple of things that you can use to fasten your hardware cloth down to your 2x4 frames is either one of these right here. This is just a standard stapler. Basically what this is, you find these at any of the the big box stores. You can buy these at Wally World or any of that, and it just loads staples in. You hold it down, you staple it on. These can be kind of a workout when you're putting a lot of staples in a large project like what we're working on here today. One of the things we recommend if you have an air compressor and an airline is a pneumatic staple gun. These fire a lot faster, a lot easier. The trigger's not quite as hard as these right here. The only drawback to these is that you can't take the staples from these and shoot the person filming your video like you can with this one here. See?
Ow. Seriously?
All right, folks, we're going to start stapling this down real quick. And I'll show you, actually, let's get a close-up. I'll show you what both of these look like. This is this one here. You just basically hold it down over and it staples down like so. Now the pneumatic gun, again, it's not quite as hard to staple. Basically you push it down, there you go, and there's a staple in, staple in, staple in. Now we're not going to bore you with the details. We're going to go around this, fasten our wire down, and then we'll show you what we do next. Alright guys, so we got our wire covering our bottom right here. And now we're going to start building up on our sides. We've got 2 of these right here cut out. This is one of them here. This is going to be one of our sides. This is 6 foot long by 3 foot tall. We're going to cover this with wire on one side just like we did our floor here. And then we're going to put this on this side right here to build up our side. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the opposite side. so that our cage will be 6 foot by 3 foot tall. So we're going to go ahead and staple this wire on here, and we'll show you what it looks like as soon as we're done.
Okay, so my dad just finished the bottom of the cages, and I'm going to be taking this clear waterproof sealer. So I'm going to be painting it on the sides, on the top, and on this side right here. And basically what it's going to do is it's just going to protect the wood from weather, like if it rains for instance, and it won't rot the wood. So you just want to paint it on, and it'll help protect the wood from anything that'll make it rot. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing all the edges around, and we'll be right back so you can see what it looks like.
All right guys, one of the other tools we wanted to tell you about, you're going to need some kind of metal snips like these here in order to cut your wire to length. Now this is our last and final side, so we're going to go ahead, cut this wire to length using our metal shears, and we'll get it all stapled down. So what we've done is we brought this cage out. Everything has been sealed up with the water sealer, and now we're just screwing everything together. Basically what we want to do is fasten our sides down to the base, and we're going to do that just every so often. And I like to use the drill here as just a guide for spacing out the screws. And also we want to fasten the sides to each side, and we do that by just screwing right through the sides of the 2x4s here. And right into the other one. So we'll finish up screwing this down real quick. So we finishing up here with the actual cage itself. Now you'll notice something that we did on our cage is we actually built it up. We set it up off the ground about 6 inches, and then we've got the dirt sloping down. We've done this so that when it rains, the rainwater would wash off, and that way it wouldn't flood. I mean, of course it's not going to flood with the wire like it would a closed-in cage, but still we wanted to give it a little bit of a slope. You can see on this side here the way the cage sits up high and it slopes down, and eventually the grass will grow back right here, and so the landscaping should look pretty nice around it. But that's it. Now what we've got to do is build our top, come back and put our top on, and we also want to wait a little while, let the grass grow up through. You see the bottom of the cage here has the wire, and we're wanting the grass to grow through that wire so that the tegus don't actually stand on the wire itself. So that's it. We'll get busy on our top now. All right, so this is the cross piece right here. This is what's going to actually hold our hinge to our top. So what we're going to do is fasten this in. First, I'm going to drill a pilot hole for the screw so we don't split our 2x4 right here. And I'm going to do the same over here on the other side. Okay, so basically what that hole, we pre-drill a hole so that our wood don't split when we're putting our screw in. And I'll go ahead and get this screwed together, and we'll start building on the actual door itself. All right guys, we're working on the top today. This is actually, come in, let me show you this real quick. This is actually a 3 foot wide by 6 foot what we did, we cut another 2x4 and it goes right in the center of the cage here. This wood here is 72 inches long. So at 36, we want to center it up here. And then we put this wire. This serves as a top. Aubrey's over here messing up, working on the door. And she's working on the pieces that are going to be our door. We're going to fasten this down, and what we're using it with, I've already gone around with one time. We're using these little roofing nails like so. And so what we're going to do with these is go around our cage and just every so often we're going to put one down just to hold the wire down. We'll just run this in between, tap it a couple times here to get them in, and then like so. And we'll go all the way around the top doing this, holding this wire down, and then we'll set our hinges. Now the hinges are actually going to fasten on this piece here. Our door is going to sit out here, and our door will open up this way. Now we just set this cage out here yesterday, and I want to show you something. Look over in here. You'll see what I was talking about when I said we want the grass to grow through. Already just overnight, we've got a pretty good bit of growth here inside our cage. So I'd say in about a week or so, we'll be ready to put tegus in this cage. So let's go ahead and finish fastening this down. Aubrey over there will finish painting up the door, and we'll assemble the door and put it together. We're getting ready to put our hinges on, and what we recommend, if you can get them, they're a little more expensive than normal hinges, but get the galvanized, the Everbuilt galvanized hinges. You can buy these at Lowe's. They're pretty good size hinge. You can lay this on your flat side of your 2x4. This here will go up against the edge of your door, because your door is going to be laying this way. So you've got enough room on the edge of the 2x4 to screw into your door. This will be on the flat part of, or the actual 3.5 inch side of your top here. And they give you these galvanized screws also. Just set it up where you need it to go. Screw it down. Now, something I'll give you a little tip here. There's 5 holes in these hinges. Don't put all 5 screws in. Put a screw right in the middle. That way you can still rotate this back and forth to square it up once you get your door on. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other end. We're going to put 1 screw in, put our hinge on. That way we can still rotate it. And somebody else wants to be in the video, right? And Chloe.
Just wait till we move them tegus out here.
Behave, gator bait.
She's not gonna have to get out in the garden as much when we put tegus in.
All right, so we're gonna put this other hinge on, and I guess figure out if we want to keep that dog or feed it to the tegus once we put it in here. But we'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, so we're going ahead and nailing down the screen that is going to be over our door, and we're putting the screen actually on the bottom of the door, and we're tacking it down. That way the weather doesn't rust these little roofing nails. Wasn't able to do that on the back side, but we are going to do it on the front. So what we're going to have to do now is flip this over and attach the door to our hinges, put our screen side down. We'll attach our backing plates, and then the hinges or the hasp to lock it, and then this cage will be done. We'll be ready to put some tegus in it here shortly. All right, so we're attaching these here little stops right here, and we're putting these on here so that when the door is open, it actually has something to rest on. And we got it leaning back at a slight angle. That way the door don't come crashing down on top of our head, because if this door was to hit one of my family members in the head, we'd probably have to replace the door. So I'm gonna attach this on here real quick. Couple of screws. And we're going to water seal that top. And that's it. This door will now shut, and then when we want it open, all we have to do, open it up, push it back, and then it'll sit open like so. All right, guys, we are going to be releasing our tegus into the cage that we built.
Yep.
And it's springtime. They're coming out of hibernation, and so we're going to go out here, put the tegus in the new cage we just constructed for them, and hopefully they'll like their new environments. Come on with us.
And there's the new cage. We actually put some leaves down on the bottom so they won't be walking directly on the wire, but that is an optional step. So
Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead, unfasten the latches, put our cage up like so, and go ahead and start moving these. Where's Mia?
She's over there.
Mia, come here. This is our on-duty guard. So, Mia, come here. If one of these run off, she'll catch it for us.
Aww. You gonna catch them, Mia?
First, we'll go with the female. Now,
She's kind of feisty.
these guys are not tame tegus. These are wild caught out of Florida tegus. So we have to handle them a little careful.
This big boy.
The male ain't as bad. The female will bite you.
Well, they can both be nippy at times.
There we go.
Alright.
So let's hope they like it. Mia, what do you think? Mia said, I don't care. I just want some food. Come here, girl. Come here. Mia,
You like the lizards?
don't eat the lizards. Well, guys, we appreciate you guys watching Cold Blood Creations here on YouTube. And we hope you enjoyed our episode here on the tegus. And we do appreciate you watching.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe while you're at it down below. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Also, one of the other things that we are going to be using is this crap.
I'm kind of scared though. You're gonna put this on Facebook and put monkey in the middle on top of it.
Hi. Started out making a tegu cage, and now I'm thinking about a monkey cage.
I will throw this.